What's up, guys? This is Kuro from the future, and I just came to deliver a message, and I'm not talking about the androids. So I want to talk about the P. Diddy trial that's been going on. There is a verdict, I must say. So he actually was found guilty on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution, but he was not found guilty on the 1 count of racketeering conspiracy and then the 2 counts of sex trafficking. So this is a win for P. Diddy, man, in my opinion. He's going to go home scot-free. Well, definitely not scot-free, but probation, and then at the most house arrest. But I don't see this being anything in regards to jail time. Like, I just don't see it. And I mean, I knew sincerely that they were not going to be able to give him anything, to really prove anything. Because when I saw the trial, I mean, they were able to prove that he was abusive. Like, we saw that, obviously, footage. They were able to show that there was a possibility that he engaged in criminal activity previously with, like, he had his car blowing up. That, he engaged possibly in some things that were not necessarily godly. But there was nothing there to be able to prove that he actually engaged in this activity. And a lot of the stuff was old. So it was just like, they showed he liked freak offs. He was a freak. They showed that, Cassie was engaging in this activity. I mean, they got him on the transportation to engage in prostitution because obviously they were able to show and prove that he was hiring prostitutes and engaging them in activity with Cassie, and I guess he was transporting them there. That was it. And I mean, the thing is, P. Diddy has a clean record for the most part, so like, they're not going to, like, be super severe on him. Even if they wanted to, I don't see them. They say he can get like a decade in prison. I don't see that happening. The most I see happening is, like I said, probation, like heavy probation, maybe some form of community service in some kind of ways, and then maybe like some kind of extra surveillance or something, and like I said, at the most, maybe house arrest. But I don't see any jail time, man. I don't see it. It's not happening. Now, here's the thing. Some portion of his business is kind of ruined, right? Because his reputation is ruined. And with this freak off stuff and all of that, nah, man. As far as like you hosting the Nick Awards or something, it's not happening. The Kids' Choice Awards, it's not happening anymore. You're cooked in that way. But in regards to this, like, messing up, like, he still has money. There's still going to be women that's going to be interested in him. He's still going to have friends, fake friends, because where was Usher or any of these people while he was going through this trial? Like, I haven't seen anybody stand up for him. So it just shows that people in the industry are very fake. This has been said multiple times by multiple different people, but like, you can just see it now in your own eyes, with your own eyes. But yeah, man. I mean, that portion of his business is ruined. He's not gonna be, like I said, hosting any Kids' Choice Awards in any foreseeable future, at least for like a couple years. And then the public, as always, they have a short-term memory. They'll be easy on him, and he'll be able to do some stuff again. So even that'll kind of fade away eventually. But, he'll still take a business hit. He'll still take a hit. And I guess my message really with this is, let's not be in pursuit of ego. I think the lesson we can learn is that Diddy, like a lot of others, had this huge ego. They felt like they were bigger than the world. They were bigger than anybody in the world. They felt like, I've been doing things a certain way, I've been getting away with it for so long that I can't be touched. You know, I'm King Kong. You know what I mean? And he can be touched. You know, so it just goes to show, when we pursue ego, when we pursue self in the sense of ego and self-indulgence and self-pleasures, to get more for oneself, to try to get the 1% of the riches of this world, to try to pursue self-pleasures and this idea of being famous, of getting these riches, and we think that this will give us some kind of self-fulfillment, some kind of inner peace with oneself. Time and time again, we have seen with P. Diddy, with Kanye West, with many others, it never is enough. And Kanye West is on some kind of oxygen, what is it, some kind of medication that you get at the dentist. I don't know the scientific name right now, but the guy is on some kind of drugs. P. Diddy was on drugs half the time, as they attest to. So it just goes to show, after a while, yeah, you get that, you get the fame, you get the riches, you get the women, you get everything that Scarface talked about. First you get the money, then you get the women, then you get the power, and it's never enough. You need more. Then you want more. So, as the saying goes, what does it benefit a man to gain the world and forfeit his soul? So I'm paraphrasing something that's actually in the Bible. So it just goes to show you again, the Bible is correct. So you can get all of these riches of the 1%, and it's not enough. You need more. You need more, and you need more. So at one point, the women was enough. Then he was like, hey, I need 2 women. Then he was like, hey, I need 3 women. Then he was like, hey, man, how about a whole bed full of women? I need 10 women. How about an orgy going on? I need that. And then that wasn't enough. Then he was like, hey, you know something? What if I had a freak off? You know, what if now I have my own porno going on and I watched? And then he was like, that wasn't enough. I need some drugs. You know what I mean? I need some drugs in my system while I watch. And then he was like, you know what? How about we have freak off parties? You know what I mean? We'll have different celebrities come in. They all be in my house. And then I have a freak off upstairs, you know, cut off from everybody else. You know what I mean? So it's never enough. There's always a need for more and more and more. I think Lupe Fiasco talked about, like, rich people walking into somebody's house. Like, I think he said he walked into somebody's house and he saw, like, a piano, like, hanging from something. And he was like, he was just talking about the idea that them just having a grand piano that probably cost $100,000, it wasn't enough anymore. Now we need to have the piano hanging, and we need to display it in some kind of way and put liquid gold on it. It's like there needs to always be something more, something extra to try to fill that void. There's always going to be a void present. And that void, right? I don't want to drive away people that maybe are trying to come to terms to learn about the faith, but it's God. Like, I'm not trying to come off overly religious, but it's God. It's God. It's God. That's what's going to get you to inner peace, self-fulfillment. It's about finding, this life isn't about the riches, the 1%. And that sounds so cliche, but it really is true. And like I said, it's been proven, it's been shown time and time again, over and over and over and over again, that it's a self-fulfilling prophecy that when you chase that void and you try to fulfill that void and fill that hole with money, fame, power, and women, it always ends the same. You're Kanye West up on drugs talking about you're a Nazi, or you're P. Diddy popping pills, having freak-offs. That's it, man. That's not going to fulfill and fill that void, fill that hole. Only when we try to obtain inner peace Only when we try to look at the positives in our life and we try to really meditate on those positives and we try to find God, we try to find fulfillment, purpose. Purpose is going to land you in a place where you're driving yourself every day to fulfill what you were put here to do. That's inner peace. That's self-fulfillment. Finding God, trusting God, having faith. Those things are going to lead you to the promised land. You chasing riches, it's not going to lead you to the promised land. So that's my message, is that let's all try to find inner peace, self-fulfillment, God, most of all. And let's not keep chasing the riches. And hey, just like everybody else, I love me a little bit of some of the vanity or the superficial things of this world. You know, I got a gold ring on because I like gold. But it doesn't fulfill me. It doesn't bring me fulfillment in my life. It's just something that I like. So let's not chase that for fulfillment in our lives. Let's chase the things that really matter, which is purpose and God and family. And that's it, man. And if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, send a like, please subscribe if you want more videos and more content from me. And leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. And that's it, man. I'll see you guys in the future.